In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Stocktwits.com. Some of it might even apply to their mobile app, but the point is, I'm going to be walking you through, that's ridiculous, I'm going to be walking you through how this platform works, how to think about it, how to use it, what it means, and just some tips to get you started. By the way, one of the first things I should say is I was one of the earliest employees at Stocktwits in the US. Maybe I was top 10, top 15, maybe earlier. I think something in that range. But the point is I've been in this industry for over a decade. You might know me from Stocktwits or TradingView or X or somewhere else around the web. So when I give this sort of demonstration, I can tell you I'm speaking about it from like true, actual experience on the ground floor. So the first thing you should know, by the way, is make sure that you're logged in to your account. So if you're following this demonstration, or if you're looking to learn more about the product, go get yourself an account, sign up. If you want to be anonymous, make up a fake name, use a fake email, but sign in. Because I will not be walking through this platform as if I'm a signed out user. I just think when you're signed in, there's so much more here, and it makes more sense to show you all of the features that you can access. Okay, so the first thing to observe is I'm on a stock ticker page. You can see that right here, SPY, S-P-Y, S&P 500 ETF. But you can use this search box to get to any stock ticker you so please. So I type in AAPL, here's Apple, I click, now I'm on the Apple stock ticker page. So understanding how to get to a stock ticker page is probably step one. And then step two is really where Stocktwits exists, is the social feed that's connected to that stock ticker page. Now, I do want to say, one reason why I'm super proud of being a part of Stocktwits is that Howard Lindzon, Phil Perlman, some of the early employees there, they all started the cash tag. Justin Paterno, this cash tag SPY is, in a lot of ways tied back to Stocktwits. They have been using this cash tag since the financial crisis. So if you're a new trader on X or on Stocktwits or somewhere else across the web, and you're using this cash tag and you think you're just the best to ever do it, just remember there were people doing this in 2008 and 2009 before anyone thought it was cool and before any of it was popular at all. Now, the point though of me telling you all this is when you post on Stocktwits, so this is the message box, and you tag a symbol like this, so a cash tag, $SPY, or if I were to write $AA, $AAPL, this message then would go to the Apple stock symbol page. So I can say watching here, and then click post. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the Apple page. Let's see. And there I am. So I'm right there, public. Everyone else watching this stock symbol sees my post. I'm watching here. And you know what? Actually, I really am watching Apple here. It just had quite the sell-off. So you can do it just like that. Use this symbol search. Know what these cash tags mean. They are connected to the specific page. So that's how you know your message ends up on a specific page. You have to have a cash tag here. So all of these people are tagging these cash tags because they're talking about that symbol and they want other people to read it. So social is really at the heart of Stocktwits. Now, that does lead to the next component is you saw how fast I just typed those messages. Did I do any thinking? Did I do any deep analysis? Did I walk you through my thought process? Did I even tell you why I'm watching it? The answer is no. So when you do use social products like this for investing or trading, whether it's Stocktwits, X, Seeking Alpha, anything across the web, that's probably something you should always remember. People are just sharing information randomly. Sometimes it's insightful. Sometimes there's really no reason. This actually kind of looks like spam, by the way. Apple, if you need AI, then you need #1 AI. So that's kind of, that seems like spam. So actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and report that. Now, you hope that people do report messages like this to keep the platform sort of safer, better, and more efficient. But that's really one of the key things to know about these social platforms is you don't know who's posting what. You don't know why they're posting it. You don't even know how much thought they're putting into it. But also, what's pretty critical here about this is that you just may get some insights, however, into the sentiment of those symbols. So I'll tell you what I mean by that, and then you can sort of do with it what you will. Okay, We're back to the SPY page, S&P 500. We can see here that sentiment is 40. So that's red, that's bearish. It's an oscillator. So if it was at 100 and green, it'd mean a lot of bullish messages, but it's red, that means a lot of bearish messages. Message volume is green here, so that means there's a lot of messages as well. So you're learning right now that there are a ton of bearish messages about the S&P 500. So there's a lot, it's in the green. This is message volume, so if you post 10 messages, that goes up. If you post 100 messages, it's going to spike. And the sentiment is at 40, which is bearish. So red is bearish, they think it's going down. Green is bullish, they think it's going up. Now, if you think a lot of this board doesn't have much, thought or commentary or true analysis, this might be a contrarian indicator. And actually, what's interesting is Stocktwits does have a chart on it. Let's go to 1 day. Look at that. It started the morning down here at 511. It's been going up ever since. It's currently green. It's totally contrarian to this sentiment board. Everyone seems to be bearish. There's a lot of bearish messages, and the market's going up. Look at these. They're tagging it bearish, which if you'd like to participate in this, you can press bullish or press bearish, and your message will be registered in this sentiment reading or in this message volume reading. So you can directly contribute to such readings by writing a message from your account and tagging it as such. I'm actually feeling a little bit more bullish, and so I'm going to write head fake before the Fed, meaning the Fed is reporting tomorrow, and I noticed this turnaround, everyone was bearish. So now I'm going to say it's bullish, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's selected and click post. And there I am again with the bullish tag. So I've just contributed to the sentiment reading and the message volume reading. So you're getting this live update. It's a pretty interesting component to add to markets, which is that you have trading action, charts, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, trading volume, and you have sentiment and message volume now. So I think that is a great reason actually to use Stocktwits, is to get a feel for that. Now I should say it's super important. I am not a professional investor or trader. I'm not giving advice. I'm not licensed. All of this is just for education. Most of the people who post on here are sort of just average retail traders and investors. You really should do your research, take your time, and figure out if you want to trust this stuff, bet against it, bet with it, or just maybe use it to find new information or information that might help you in some way. So this is the live message feed about SPY, and you can see it's coming in less than a minute, less than a minute, less than a minute. It's really moving somewhat fast, actually. You can also sort by popular. So here's popular. All of these posts are popular because you can see the number of likes, 25 likes, 49 comments, 11 likes, 7 comments. But if you go to latest, you'll see a lot of these only have no likes or 1 like. So popular is a way for you to quickly see what's popular about that symbol. So these posts are specific about the symbol we are looking at. Now I'm logged in. You've seen me post twice now. I've got some notifications. Looks like people liked this message, head fake before the Fed. Tiberius liked it. Bulltrap Benny liked it. You can read, by the way, what other traders and investors are up to by clicking their profile, and you can view their profile like this. Well, what symbols are they posting about? What charts are they attaching? What images are they attaching? Are they bearish? Are they bullish? So it's a pretty interesting way for you to do additional research into what people are saying and really who they are. Now, I've got a watch list here on the left, and I want to dive into that really quick. Before I dive into that, you're going to see the trending tab up here. It's moving in real time. I can pause it or keep it going. The choice is mine. Why don't I wait for a symbol to appear, and I'm going to click into that symbol. I think I saw MicroStrategy was trending, which means there's quite a bit of message volume about MicroStrategy. Actually, it doesn't look like it's trending anymore, but MU is Micron. So how about we go to Micron? Okay, let's go to Micron. So we're going to click. We're now on the Micron stock symbol page. And here's where I can build my watch list. So this is my watch list. I've built this over many years. There's tons of random symbols on here. Don't ask why. Some are bad, some are good, some are random, some suck, some are great, whatever. But you can build your own watch list just like this and then sort it. Right now I'm sorting my watch list by the highest percentage gain. I'm trying to see which symbols are up the absolute most. So I can just see them all here. And if I want to add symbols to my watch list, I can just click this watch button. Here it is, down at the bottom. It's now been added to my watch list. So let's see where Micron is on my watch list, just to confirm that. There it is, Micron. You can see that right there, added to my watch list. And by the way, when your watch list is created nicely, you can click through your watch list like this. Now, I will say on this note, I do happen to own some stocks through Stocktwits. So let me see. I own a company called Band, B-A-N-D. There it is. So we click Band, and I do have a Stocktwits account, only a small amount of money on it. And here I am on the Band symbol page. And if you happen to also add some money to your Stocktwits account, when you do hold a position, you'll have this special bar open here, or this little tab, Holdings. It only appears for stocks that you hold. So I have $107 in Band right now. I have 5.5 shares. My average cost is $20.20. I'm up 1.5% today, but I'm down 5% since I bought it, so I'm not doing so good. Now, what's interesting about this is there are only 2,975 watchers. You can see there's really no sentiment or message volume for this stock. Well, why is that? I scroll down. Well, I'm recording this video on March 19th. It's currently March 14th. No one's posting about it. So, of course, there's no data. Now, here's where you get to decide whether that's interesting or not. Is it good to be involved in a stock that no one's watching? Or is it bad to be involved in a stock that no one's watching? These are the types of things you can think about and research on a platform like Stocktwits. Now, of course, I'm a little biased simply because I have a history with it, one of the earlier U.S. employees at the company. But I will say I do like this component of, do you want to be in a stock that everyone is watching, or do you want to be in a stock that really no one's watching? Now, there are a few more key things to know here is that you have some tools. So your profile. This is my profile. I've got my website here, my location, New York City, a background about me. I can see all of my messages here. Posts and replies, liked, 104 on my watch list. I can do portfolios as well. As I mentioned, I have a portfolio here. Looks like I hold 2 stocks. Let's see, can you see that? Let me just make sure I move this. Oops. Let me make sure I move this. So you can see my stocks. There you go. I have bandwidth and Expensify. 69% of my portfolio in bandwidth. That's just random. 30% in Expensify. And I'm doing pretty well, actually. Let's see, what am I up? Oh, no, I'm not. I'm down 9% in a week. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm up 5% in a month, though. And I'm up 2% in 3 months. What am I up in 6 months? Let's see. And 15% in 6 months. So I'm kind of beating the S&P 500. Kind of. Let's see, 1 year. I think the S&P 500 is up more than 15% in a year over the last. So I'm probably right there. But if you do connect your portfolio on Stocktwits, you have access to something similar like this. You can see your portfolio, your holdings, open orders, and activity. So you can even research. Look at all these trades. Bitty, Twilio, Rivian, LegalZoom, Band, Vimeo. It's all right there. So the key here is that you have access to all of these tools once you're logged in, or if you have your portfolio. And a few other final tips I want to show you as you get started on Stocktwits is this Markets button. But keep in mind you can get to this Markets button as well from the ST Data tab. You may not know how to totally read this, so I think it's important for me to explain. So you've got news. Love this feature, so you can see what's trending, all news, stocks, crypto, indices. But you want to build a watch list because if you have news and watch list, you get news just about your watch list. You definitely want to make sure that you have a watch list specific to your, or news specific to your watch list. Why do you want to read about all these other companies? Just read about the ones you care about. Earnings, that's the earnings calendar. By the way, earnings calendar is up here as well. You are quite literally seeing the companies that are reporting earnings soon. You can see the volume. You can sort by volume, watchers, so what are the most watched symbols that are about to report earnings, their report date, before the bell or after the bell, and you can even add some key things here, which I think is really valuable, are trending tickers, most active tickers, and watchers. So I'll talk about these quickly because this is probably one of the final components about Stocktwits to pay attention to. So the trending tab here, when you click trending, what you are getting is basically What symbols are attracting the most message volume? When something's trending on Stocktwits, it's getting a lot of message volume. But it's not just a lot of message volume, it's a lot of message volume relative to what maybe its average is or what it was getting before. I don't know the exact algorithm, but when something is getting a lot of messages, it will oftentimes show up on trending. And you can see that for the top 10, and you can upgrade to Edge if you want to get all the additional data. Hundreds of symbols to see where they are on the scoring system in terms of their trending, and some other stats here like market cap, 52-week low, 52-week high. Most active is additionally a really fantastic way to view markets because it's not trending, it's just what symbols get the most messages. So if you add up all the symbols on NVIDIA, it's currently getting the most messages. After that is SPY, then Bitcoin, and you can just see that as you work your way down through the list. So this is great data, whether it's contrarian or you're looking for liquidity or trade ideas or what are people trading the most, where do retail traders hang out, it's right here. Upgrade to Edge to see every symbol and where it ranks. Watchers is going to be sort of my last data point about this, and then I do want to start to wrap this video up. Watchers is what symbols are getting the most watchers. Now recall I was adding symbols to my watch list, right? This is my watch list. I was adding these symbols to my watch list. Well, okay, when I add them, that's being logged and displayed as a public data point to everyone on this watchers button. All of these symbols over the last 24 hours have attracted the most new watchers. You can just read it right there, the most new watchers. These symbols have the most new watchers. So this data can be really interesting to traders and investors who are looking for something new and interesting. Also, you can see here at the top left, it says newsletters. This is probably where I'm going to end it on. Stocktwits does have some community newsletters to read about, daily market updates, daily crypto updates. You really can sort of decide what newsletter you want to subscribe to. But for the most part, the point of this video was to show you how the message box works, how to think about symbol pages, how to click into symbol pages, and of course, scrolling down, how to read symbol pages, latest and popular, my posts, and of course, some key settings if you'd like to adjust it for you. But that's really, really important because the first thing to understand in Stocktwits is how are you going to read those messages? How do you post messages yourself? And how do you understand those messages? What can you glean from them? So I hope this video gets you started. And as mentioned, in my tutorial series, it really has nothing to do with me giving something a 3 stars or 5 stars or 10 stars. I just want to make sure people know how to use these products. That's the whole point of my video. So thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you think. And by the way, if there's other questions or comments you have about Stocktwits or other platforms, write it below, and I'll help you out and make a video tutorial about it.